are you? My name is Samantha. I am a small business owner and maker from the East Midlands, and this is my podcast. So welcome to everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay. It's been a very, very quick week this week. It's crazy, it's flying by. I've had the kids off school for a couple of days sick. I've got a little bit of a cold, so sorry. I look kind of like an undead Rudolph right now because I'm already very pale. And I get even paler when I'm not well, but my nose is red. So we're just gonna go with it. It's a look. We're just, yeah, it's fine. Oh, I need to try and not take too long to do this today because I've got very limited time. But we'll try and get through everything at a reasonable pace. I am aware that I sometimes speak rather quickly. I'm sorry. That's the thing. If I speak too quickly for you, there's a thing on YouTube where you can actually slow it down. And I know that some people have to do this because I do talk quite quickly. It's a Scottish thing. Scottish people speak quicker than English people. And even though, sorry, from my throat. And even though I've lived in England for 20 years, worked it out the other day. I've been living in England for 20 years now. So even though I have slowed down quite a lot, I've still got a bit of an accent. So if I speak too quickly for you, you can use the thing on YouTube. I'm not sure how it works. I do believe it's just like underneath the video, there's a thing where you can slow down videos. Alternatively, you can speed them up if that's your thing. Like I do that all the time on audiobooks. I listen to my audiobooks at like, depending on the narrator, somewhere between 1.5 and 2 times faster. So, yes, it's been a quick week. It's not been a very exciting week. Nothing's really happened. I said the kids have been sick and it's nothing bad. It's literally just a cold. But my middle son, the oldest one that lives with me, he has a tendency to get really, really sick with colds. Anything where he has the potential to get a temperature has the potential to put him in hospital. So I'm always a little bit wary about when he gets sick with something like a cold or a flu. But he seems to be all right now. They've gone back to school today. They were trying to stay home. They were like, but we're ill. I'm like, go to school. Because yes, by yesterday afternoon, they were feeling a lot better and they were up and playing and stuff. It was like, if you're well enough to play, you're well enough to go to school. So off they went. And yeah, that's it. That's literally been the most exciting thing that's happened this week. The kids are going to their dad's today. Boyfriend's going to be here this weekend. So I'm trying to run around and make the house look, not that he cares, but I'm trying to run around, make the house look presentable and not make it look like I've been living like a gremlin for the last week. But I thought I'll have a little sit down and have a break and record my podcast. I did have an exciting thing this week. What am I talking about? I started doing lives. I'm saying I started doing lives. What I actually did was I thought I was doing lives and it turns out I was just talking to myself. I had recorded them. When you're setting up your live or any kind of, I think that's the door. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Oh, it wasn't anything very interesting. Somebody trying to sell me something. And as you can see, my amazing guard dog didn't even bark. She's rubbish. She's very cute. She's a lovely dog. Rubbish guard dog. She's terrible. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, lives. So when you're setting up YouTube on your videos, you can set it to either go public, unlisted or private. So if you put it unlisted, then you're the only one that can see it. If you put it private, then only you and anybody you give the link to can see it. And if you put it public, then everybody can see it. Now, what you're supposed to do when you do a live, especially, I had scheduled them and everything. So what's supposed to happen is you put it to public and you schedule it, and then 30 minutes before it's due to go up, it'll send out a thing to everybody, and it'll start like populating it in the algorithm searchy thing. I may have set it to private because I'm good like that. And yeah, so I was sitting there. As it turns out, I can talk to myself for an hour and it's fine. But and people watch the replays afterwards, which is great, and I'm so happy that people took the time out to watch the replays. And I'm really grateful for the couple of people that had said to me, like, they never got the notifications, because otherwise I would never have known, and I would have just carried on as I was. But I fixed it now, so now notifications go out. So if you're watching and you're not subscribed, if you subscribe, it's completely free, doesn't cost anything. Hit the subscribe button, and there's a little bell next to it. If you press that, not just for me, like anybody that you want notifications from, it's like free for, you can follow as many people as you want. As far as I'm aware, there's no like limit to how many people you can follow, and then it lets you know when videos go up for that person, which, as you can imagine, is quite handy. So yeah, the lives were fun, even though I spent most of them talking to myself. It was fine. It was fun. I enjoyed it. So I'm going to carry on with those, I think. And sorry, the dogs. I don't know why dogs do that. They literally get up, turn around and lie back in exactly the same place. Oi. Nobody wants to see that. Sorry. Right, let's get on with actually showing you some stuff. So, lives, one of the things I did do, got it in here. I spent my live on Wednesday. I thought I'll frog some stuff. That'll be an easy thing to do. And we have this, which is just a bunch of pink. I think there's some black in there. Yeah, there's some black in there as well. That's what I did for the live. I started off, I did it upside down, which if you've ever tried to frog anything from the wrong end, you can imagine was a bit of a nightmare. But that's going to turn into something. I'll talk about that in my plans. Right, do I have any finishes? I don't think I have any finishes. I don't have an awful lot. Oh, do you know what? I forgot to pick it up. I have got a kind of finish. I've got a sock. It's my Athenaeum socks. They are nice and textured up here. Sorry, it's gone really dark. It was fine when I sat down, and now it's gone really dark. I've got the lights on as well. So these are my Athenaeum socks. They're a little bit squiffy. I did the wrong ribbing, because the ribbon is supposed to match this. They're so squishy though. They're great. The ribbon is supposed to match this, and I didn't pay attention because I'm an idiot. And so I just have a 1x1 rib up here. It's meant to be a 2x2. But these just like flew. I think I showed them last week and they only had like that much or something. Maybe one repeat. Maybe not even a whole repeat. And I sat and did all these mostly over 2 days. So yeah, they're very, very easy. Very easy to do. These are for the Row Row Kate Cozy Toes Cow, which is continuing again this year. These are the January, February socks. So if you want to join in, you'll get the pattern for these for half price. If you go to Kelly's Instagram, I'll link Kelly down below, it's Row Row Kids. If you go to her Instagram, she has a pinned post on there, and it'll have a code in it for getting 50% off the socks. And every 2 months it's a different pair of socks, and the pair of socks for that 2 months, she's always does a 50% discount on them. And you can win prizes. So this is my one sock that I've done. I've done it a little bit longer than the pattern. I think the pattern has got 4 repeats in it, so it's like that length, but I did them a little bit longer. The yarn that I'm using is a bit of a mess. It is Stylecraft Show Your Pride. Here we go, Stylecraft Show Your Pride in Be Bold. Yeah, Be Bold. Come on, focus. You could do it. Come on. Come on. No. Okay, it says be bold. It's one of the Stylecraft Head Over Heels Pride. Oh my goodness, it's so dark. Can you see how just suddenly really, really dark it's got? Right, can I fix the lighting on here? Okay, let's try that. Yeah, totally just cut myself off. Pressed the wrong button on my phone. Anyway, this is a Stylecraft Pride. The light's a little bit better now at least. I think I fixed the light. I really like this new phone. It's a Google phone, so the camera on it's pretty good. It's a dirty rainbow. There's another one as well, like you'll see on this one, it's like very, very wide stripes. There's another one called BU, I think it's called. I don't have it in here. No, that's through there. And it's got much, much thinner stripes in it. But again, it's rainbow. So I'm going to do those ones after I finish these. I have a minuscule cast on for my second sock. They will not match. I do not care. They'll match-ish, kind of. So they'll both start with green, but this green is going to be a lot more than this green. And I'm doing these on my 2.5 unicorn Addies with the... I love these needles. They're really good. Very comfortable. Right. What else have I got? My Stitcher library, which I'll be carrying on with on Sunday. I'm doing a granny jumper. It's by Zanes and Roger, and this is one panel. So it's, you do the front, it's a free pattern. You do the front panel, the back panel, and it's not actually a pattern as such for this one. And she does loads and loads and loads of patterns, and they're all really nice. I've done quite a few of hers before. This one she's got as a blog post, and it's like a recipe. So you do the front panel, the back panel, and then she shows you how to do like the shoulder bits, the bottom bit, and the sleeves. But it's all granny stitch, and I have 4 cakes of this. This is one cake. So I'm hoping, I'm hoping that 2 cakes will be enough for both sleeves, the shoulders, and the ribbing at the bottom. And this is Arapaho. It's Stylecraft Dream Catcher. Words. I think it's Arapaho. Oh, we're going this way. Why are we not focusing today? I don't know why it's not focusing, but it's a little bit annoying. It's lovely yarn. It is 150 grams. It is 90% premium acrylic and 10% wool. It is a DK weight. It has 435 meters, 476 yards, and I can wash it and dry it, which for me is a big deal because I do not have the space or the will to hand dry, to just leave things out drying. I don't mind hand washing things. It's the drying space, and because when wool and yarn and things get wet, they get heavy. You know, they need to be at least a bit dry, flat, before you can hang them up. And obviously, the bigger the thing and the heavier the yarn, the more it's going to stretch out, and I don't want to ruin things by stretching them out like that. So yeah, I've done the front panel. Going to start the back panel later on today, and we'll see how we get on with that. I've not really been working on it as such because it's a Stitcher library thing, so I was kind of working on it while I was recording. But I think I just want to get it done. That's like the whole point in the Stitcher library, is to get the things done so I can start wearing them. And I think the only other... No, it's not the only other thing at all. I'll show you this first. We have most of a hummingbird. So this is... I've got all these little bits here, look. I need to sew all these on. So these bits are his other wing, and then there's like little bits that go on the bottom of the wing there, and then there's the tail, and that's all that I need to sew on. So I'm going to be doing that this afternoon as well. And he is from this book, Zoomy 8, and it's by Irene Strange. There we go, that's what he's supposed to look like. You're supposed to put a little pipe cleaner in his beak, but I don't have any, and I don't think he really needs it. Look, he'll sit like that by himself. I've used a mixture of cotton here, and the dark green is a Rikurume. The light green and the pink are, no, the light green is a paint box, and the pink is a drops, and the black is a paint box. So they're all just cotton DK. And I think he looks very, very cute. I'll show you that side. It looks slightly better because he's got a wing. I think he's very, very cute. I like him. So that's like the second one. This is my book for the month. What I'm doing is I'm picking a book every month, and I'm getting my kids to pick a project each out of them. I think because it's like the 23rd today, I might actually be able to do the raccoon as well. I'll see if I can find him. Although saying that, this one's really cute as well. I quite like that. I might end up doing that one instead, you know. But ooh, there's the raccoon. He's super cute. But yeah, I've got a week left in the month. I might end up doing something else out of there. We'll see. And then I already have my book picked out for next month, and the kids have picked their projects, which are going to be relatively quick projects, I think. So, you know, I might end up doing more projects out of that one as well. But I'll show you that one next week, probably. Yeah, because next Saturday will be next Friday. Yeah, and you'll see it on the Saturday. So I'll show you next week the book that I've got for February. February's a short month, so we'll see. Right, and then the actual last thing that I have to show you. I'm sorry, I'm rushing through this so bad. I used a DK cotton 2.5 mil hook. This I'm using a 4mm hook with, and I think that's it. I got my panel finished for this. This was the thing that I spun up for my wheel, and I got the panel finished. So now all I need to do is, it's one of the ones where it's like the two big rectangles and you sew it up the back and then you sew it from here. So I need to do that and then add the sleeves. I think the sleeves are just crocheted on. This is the September sweater by somebody. It'll be linked down below. Everything will be linked down below. But it's, you're not going to be able to see it really because it's black, but I can kind of see it a bit. It is a extended half double crochet, which is possibly the slowest stitch in the entire universe. It's not, it just feels like it sometimes. The yarn is really nice. It is Hayfield Soft Twist. Okay, we have no light in here, but you can't read that because the light's shining on it. Great. 100 grams, 325 meters, 454 yards. It is 90% acrylic, 10% wool. It's a DK weight, but it's got a lot of yardage on it for a DK. It's nice and squishy, lovely and soft. So yeah, this is another free pattern. That'll be another one that will come out in my Ravelry queue as well. So yeah, I just need to get some of these things finished and get them out in my Ravelry queue. And oh yeah, I'm sorry, my throat is like, can you hear like the scratchiness in my throat? So that's everything that I've worked on apart from my head, which I've left over there, but you're not going to see anything. It's more just like white stitches against white. So I'll show you it next week because the next colour that I'm doing on it is like a dark bluish black. It's a year-long stitch along, but I'm trying to do it in 4 months or less if I can. So I will show you that next week when you can actually see a difference in it, because this week you honestly, you won't be able to tell the difference at all. And I missed a couple of days stitching this week as well because I was sick. Right, plans. The whip wheel, I'll put the whip wheel here, hopefully, and you will see from the whip wheel. Give me a second, I need to go and get it. Okay, I should have just got it when I was up earlier on and I forgot. So for the whip wheel, you will see I got the dog nut, which is actually almost finished. It is a donut. I'll put a picture up here of what he's supposed to look like. He's unraveled it, so it's really, really dark in here. Craziness. So I can't remember anything about any of this stuff, but we have the base of the donut appears to be done and the top of the donut appears to be done. I think I might be working, oh yeah, see we have a loop here. I think we're working on the base right now. I can't remember if this was a free pattern or not, but and basic donut stuff is you make a bit, you do your decreases and then you do your increases and then you do your decreases and then sew it all inside. It's all a little weird. I've made donuts before, but not from this designer. It looks like this is probably an Aran weight, probably Stylecraft. It's just a dark chocolatey brown colour, and it is so dark. It keeps getting lighter and darker and lighter and darker. It's absolutely madness. And I don't have any other yarn in this bag, so I don't know what other colours I need. But I'll work it out. It'll be fine. This will probably go into a birthday pile for my, I'm saying a pile. It's not going to be a big pile. It'll be a small pile, but it'll go into like the birthday gift things for my 13-year-old who's going to be 14 in April. You wouldn't think it the way that he acts, but he's going to be 14 in April. And I think he had originally picked that one out. So he can have that for his birthday. It shouldn't take me too long to finish. It's tiny. I think it's got ear. Well, you'll have seen the picture of it. I can't remember exactly what it looks like because I didn't check. Even though I spun the wheel up earlier on, I didn't check what it actually looks like. I think it's just ears and then a little, maybe a muzzle. I don't know if it's got a tail. It's just tiny little bits that need to be done anyway. So I should be able to manage that quite easily. And then that'll be another whip off the wheel. So that's nice. And then that leads me very smoothly into plans. So I'm going to do the dog nut as my whip for the week. And I'm going to finish my Athenaeum sock. This Athenaeum sock. I'll have this finished by next week because the pattern is, I don't need to look at the pattern for it. And I can just sit and speedy away on it. It takes me about half an hour to do each section. And we've got 5 sections in the top and then 4 sections in the foot. It very neatly, things like this make me so happy. It very neatly fits 4 sections into my foot. They're cuffed down as well, which I don't normally do cuff down socks. I normally prefer to do toe up, but I've been doing a lot of cuff down with the Cozy Toes Cal, and I'm kind of getting into them, I suppose. I think it's because when I first started knitting socks, and I was always scared I was going to run out of yarn, so I started knitting them toe up, and that way I knew that I wasn't going to run out. So there is a logic there. But now I know, like, I usually have quite a bit of yarn left over after a pair of socks, so it's fine. What was I talking about? Yeah, so I'm going to do my Athenaeum, get that sock finished. I'm going to be working on this. I'll get at least that other panel finished. Carrying on working on my head every day. And then we have this. And the dog nut. Obviously the dog nut needs to get done. This is going to be a wall hanging. So I'll put a picture in up here. I had spoken about this on my live on Wednesday. I was frogging this. This was one of my hot water bottle covers that I had made in a slightly thicker yarn just to see how it would work up. And I never use this one, I use my other one all the time. So I decided to frog this one and use the yarn because I want to make a wall hanging of Fairy Tail, which is my favourite anime ever. You can't get it anywhere anymore. It makes me sad. I can't watch it, but I can make a little wall hanging. And this is just going to be for me. It's obviously copyrighted and stuff. I'm thinking I'm going to do a blog post because that's another one of my plans, is to start doing blog posts. So I'm going to do a blog post on this, and potentially I might do a video tutorial of how to do this because it's quite a simple design. It's the logo from, in the anime, it's all like people with different types of magic and whatever, and they're all split up into guilds and they all have their own little symbols, and the Fairy Tail guild all have the thing tattooed on them somewhere. Not always on their arm, but they always have this little symbol tattooed on them somewhere. So, but I'm going to sneeze. Okay, I think I managed to pause it so that you didn't see my sneezing fit. What was I talking about? Fairy Tail, yes. So that'll just be going up as a little free pattern thing. I don't need to even design it because I was having a look for the Fairy Tail logo so that I could put it into Stitch Fiddle and work out the design. And lots of other people have already done it. So that's nice. That's one less thing I have to do. And yeah, I'm thinking video tutorial and a blog post. And then I'll hang it up there when it's done. It shouldn't take too long because it's not very big. So I should hopefully have that done by next week as well. Apart from that, plans are generally just carry on as I have been. I'm going to be doing my lives. So you'll see this on assuming you watch it on the day it goes up, this will go up on Saturday morning. I'll have a live on Sunday night, 10 p.m. and then Monday afternoon at 1, and then Wednesday night at 10 p.m. That's all GMT. So, yeah. I have a bit of a busy week trying to get all this stuff done. Alfie's going away as well on a school trip. It's his first residential, so he's going away. He'll be away from like Wednesday till the Friday night. So that's going to be weird. He's never been on a residential before. So he's excited, but he's scared. And I'm also excited, but scared. And I just hope the weather clears up a bit for him because it's been horrible. It's been like drizzly and miserable and ugh. But we saw the first snowdrops of the year this morning. I took pictures of them and put them in my Instagram stories. I'm trying to post some Instagram stories a lot more as well, and just generally use Instagram a lot more. We're having mixed results, but we're trying. We're going to keep going. Same as on here. You know, I need to put the stuff out there in order for people to see it, and I need to be consistent. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're trying. Be consistent. That's my thing for the year. I also have a few other things that I want to get done this week as well with regards to business. I want to do a shop update. I need to get some sewing done. And I have written up the pattern for the hot water bottle. I just need to get photos, which is proving to be difficult because of the weather. Right. This has been a lot more waffling than I intended. So thank you for watching. I'm going to go and get this edited and uploaded and scheduled for the morning, and then I'm going to continue with my running around the house like a headless chicken, trying to make it look like an actual house rather than some kind of squat. I cannot wait as well. I got my date through for, I'm getting my new sofa the first week in March, excuse me. First week in March I'm getting my new sofa. So I cannot wait. I hate this sofa. Anybody who has like watched for a long time knows I hate this sofa with a passion. It's bleh. But it's what I could get at the time, and it's better than not having one. So I'm grateful that I've had one, but I still hate it. And it's just broken as well. Like the kids broke it at some point. So one of the bars underneath is snapped, I think. So it's not the most comfortable thing in the world either now. But I'm getting a new sofa. It'll be pink. It'll be amazing. I'm going to love it. I'm going to go because now I am literally just waffling. I will be back, I say on Sunday. I'll have a Stitcher Library live 10 p.m. I'll hopefully see you there.